we had like a basketball hoop in the garden. He like threw a couple basketballs and then just left.
No way.
Mate, if you're watching, what was the reason?
You may know Jarvis from his pranks. You may know him from Fortnite, or you may know him for being banned from Fortnite, the little hacker he is.
So hot.
I sat down for an hour and a half with Jarvis. We spoke about everything from being banned on Fortnite for life and losing millions of dollars, how it is being FaZe K's little brother,
That was legendary, yo.
and now being a boxer as his full-time job. Today we are sitting with Jarvis and we're going to be asking him some uncomfortable, what's your craziest LA story?
Oh my God. Yes, yo, I forgot about that.
Some awkward, what's your biggest paycheck ever?
Oh my God.
Some funny questions to see what he has to say for the first time.
The tuna is crazy.
You guys really do say that shoot. Leave a like on the video if you guys enjoy, and if you want Jarvis to be unbanned from Fortnite, subscribe if you're new, and enjoy 20 questions with Jarvis. Do you think that you deserve to be banned from Fortnite?
No, I made a bad mistake, but you know, I was a kid and I feel it shouldn't have been taken as far as it was.
Because you're still banned today, right?
Yeah, you know, 6 years later, I feel like there's been a lot of similar, you know, issues that people have done, but they've only got a slap on the wrist. They haven't been permanently banned or like permanently banned like me. So hopefully, you know, Epic Games, they can bring me back.
All right. How did the ban affect you mentally and emotionally?
I mean, of course, you know, you've seen the video. That wasn't fake. That was really how I was feeling during that time. I was very scared, just scared of what my future could be like. Back then, my whole life was Fortnite. That's all I ever did as a kid. And having that taken away, like even just, I would just play it, you know, casually, you know, something I really enjoyed. So having that taken away and the whole financial side of it too, like that was my whole career. That's everything I'd been doing. I dropped out of school for this. So having that taken away was scary, you know. I didn't know if I would have to go back to school or what I would have to do.
So would you pick boxing or Prime Fortnite?
Oh my God. Damn, I already have to think about that one.
Yeah, I know how much you love boxing.
I know,
But
but
Prime
like,
Fortnite?
I used to love Fortnite. Thing is though, Prime Fortnite, I was like so skinny. I was just so unhealthy. I was shape.
Yeah.
So like I would have to go back to that. I would be resetting my stats almost. I don't know if that...
Re-prestige again.
Yeah. I should say Prime Fortnite.
Yeah.
Those days they were great days.
Wow. All right. I thought you were going to say boxing.
Yeah, I mean I love boxing, but
Now, you obviously boxing is what you do full time. So
yeah.
who's somebody that you would like to box?
I mean I've sparred Floyd Mayweather, but I would love to fight him. You know,
Full fight.
fight one of the best.
It's definitely doable, right?
Yeah.
Deji did it.
Deji done it. Logan Paul did it.
Yeah.
But I also want to fight Gibb again. You know, I fought him before. That's the only guy I've ever lost to. So the big Gibber, I want revenge.
No KSI?
Yeah, if he gets back in the ring, I don't know. He's
Alright.
currently not fighting.
He's got a cold like me,
Go-
right?
Yeah.
Just kidding. What is your worst experience with another creator or celebrity? There's a story I have in my head, something that happened to you that I thought was the funniest thing ever. I don't think you've ever talked about it publicly, but I don't know if you would want to say it.
What can you? What
Yeah.
was it?
Was somebody
Is it
came?
I might remember.
Somebody came to film a collab.
Oh my God! Yes, yo, I forgot about that. That's actually insane. That was back when I was in Clybourne, the new FaZe house, the white one, and we had planned this whole thing with Flight Reacts. Flight Reacts. We had planned the whole video. He was gonna come over. We were just gonna film content, you know, something for my channel, something for his channel, and. Bro, if I remember, he was there.
Yeah.
Like, because I was already busy doing something, so I was like, T-Wop was handling it, but I remember T-Wop telling me he showed up. We had like a basketball hoop in the garden. He like threw a couple basketballs and then just left. Didn't. I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
The story I heard was like he came and said, "I'll be right back. I'm gonna get something from my car."
Yeah, and he never came
He
back.
never came back.
And I never have spoken to him since. Mate, if you're watching, what was the reason?
That's
I don't know.
so.
Did I do something? I don't know.
Bro, when I heard that story, I was dying.
Bro, I forgot about that completely.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
This is that I don't want to say a worst experience. It's kind of just a funny
Just
story.
a funny
but
one.
Yeah.
And like his flight reaction on that guy is just a character
Yeah.
in himself. So.
That is so I think if he has any fans out there that somehow watch this, they're going to love that story.
Yeah. That's something he would do.
Yeah. So what about your craziest fan experience?
Craziest fan. Honestly, probably recently.
Okay.
Something actually very weird. I was in Target. And you know, usually when you meet one, like a fan or someone watches your videos, they'll come up, say, yo, I used to watch me, or I used to watch you, you know. We get a picture and it ends at that. And they go on, do their own thing. I'm doing my own thing. But this little kid, he had a scooter with him or something. He was vaping. He was like 12 years old.
Vaping at
yeah,
12?
Bro, actually. And he was just with us. And then he just started walking around the shop with us. And he started telling me all these things. Like, he was like saying he's like he's this sick kid. He's not scared of anyone. He's not scared of anything. He's been stabbed 4 times before. He's like telling me all these weird things. I'm like, okay, this is cool. And then he was like talking about Frasier. Started talking a little bit. I was like, what's even going on?
What did he say?
He was like, your videos are pretty. He was like, your videos are pretty bad, but Frasier's are cool. I'm like, what are you telling me? And then he's like, but I used to love your video. He was saying like very weird interaction. You know, what's crazy is I've never had a weird interaction with any person I met before that kid, that was like a couple weeks ago.
That's so funny.
So
That was in
strange.
Vegas?
Vegas, yeah.
So funny.
And finally just left us, and I was like, I just didn't believe it. It's just this generation of kids, I guess.
They're a little crazy, huh?
Yeah.
That's so funny. Okay, so that was in Vegas, but you moved to LA when you were like 16 years old.
Yeah.
What's your craziest LA story?
There was definitely some of the parties that FaZe, or no, I wouldn't say FaZe, but like some of the parties they had at the house. I randomly met Marshmallow. You know, I was a little kid, and he was like, yo, I know who you are. And I'm just speaking to him. He just looks like this. Just like an ordinary person.
Yeah, this was
I don't know who I'm speaking to.
Mask.
Yeah, he's not wearing the mask. And then he was telling me who he was. I was like, no way is that. is that Marshmallow?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Because he was really into Fortnite, huh? And
Yeah.
he
had his own concert too in the game, which is cool.
Oh, so even from Fortnite, you were probably a bigger fan.
Yeah, for sure.
That's cool. Yeah, he was around the house. I remember High Sky when he was like 11. Banks took him to meet Marshmallow.
Oh, yeah, he didn't meet him yet.
Speaking of famous people, who's the most famous person in your phone?
Probably say someone like Ben Azula.
Okay.
Azula? You know that guy?
A YouTuber.
Yeah, he's big.
Anybody from the boxing scene?
Do I have Floyd's number? I might have Floyd's number.
You might have Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, potentially.
Your brother said Rug. A lot of people say Rug.
Yeah,
but Ben's
Ben's
up there too.
Yeah.
Okay. Who are your top 5 favorite creators or streamers that you met? When I say favorite, however you want to judge it.
I would say Rice Gum, really cool. Just very chill person too. Got along with him very well. Adapt, extremely funny person. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
He's just like a character.
Fun to be around.
Yeah.
And you said you were in the podcast. You said you used to watch the trick shotting videos.
Yeah. So I was like a fan of him.
Yeah,
before.
that's cool. Yeah.
He would know me, which is cool. Tensor too. When I used to live with Tensor, you know, good friends. I don't speak to him too much, but like we keep in touch. And I saw him pretty recent actually. I like Tensor a lot.
Old FaZe viewers might not realize Tensor was in FaZe as a Fortnite creator too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. That was his like second, but he used to trick shot. Yeah.
He faked a clip on Black Ops 2. Yeah.
I mean, bro, pretty much everyone I live with in those houses, like Tico, love Tico. I still live with him now. Nikon.
Yeah.
Interesting characters, probably Banks.
Banks is unique.
You know, very unique. Because you see the videos online of him, he's very, you know, he's crazy.
Seeing him behind the scenes is
a whole
story.
different. Like if he's in a bad mood or something, you don't want
to go near him.
You don't want to go near him.
Yeah.
Give him his space, but yeah.
Okay.
Just FaZe guys in general, all of them.
What's your biggest paycheck ever?
Probably my spotter deal, I'd say.
Oh, okay. You did a spotter deal too.
Yeah, way back in 20. That was for like it was like for all my Fortnite videos and some of my IRL content back in like 2021.
So whoever doesn't know what that is, you literally sell your YouTube catalog to a company.
I sold the rights to them. So
he sold the rights. So basically all the videos he made, whatever money they generate for the rest
they get.
But they pay a fat payment up front.
Yeah, it's a big flat fee.
Was it over, if you don't mind sharing, I don't know, but was it over $1 million?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just over.
That's crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
Sold it and then
Yeah.
So you made
I
all the
mean,
money on the videos, then you sold them, and kept
Yeah.
going. Who knows? I wonder, like, obviously the economics must make sense for them, but I always wonder how much they end up really making on those videos later on.
right? Yeah, I never
Especially
know.
for someone like yourself who, for
Yeah.
example, stopped making content.
Yeah.
Like, did you have to make content for a certain amount of time after that?
Yeah, there was a period of time where I'd have to keep posting.
Makes sense.
X amount of videos a year.
Very interesting. I'm sure they'll sell it to, like, they have other ways of selling it too, other than just getting ad revenue. But it's a very interesting company that exists in the YouTube space.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely pretty much all of my biggest videos they have the
own,
rights to.
yeah.
Obviously, I think it's for like 5 years or so.
Oh, okay. Not forever.
Or no, I believe it's like 5-10 years.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, fat
That's nice.
paycheck,
That's
bro.
a nice
Seeing
paycheck.
that hit, like the account is just seeing that number's insane.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. What's your worst investment ever?
There was back when I was ordering all my food, Uber Eats and Postmates was like, I think I spent, well, you know what's great? I think did Fraser say Boa?
No.
Did he say Boa Steakhouse? Because I know me and him combined spent like, I think it was like 70K in a year.
Oh my
which
God.
is retarded. But
At one steakhouse?
yeah. But I would say either that, Uber Eats, or I bought a Bored Ape.
Bored Ape? Yeah.
A mutant.
Yeah.
Bored Ape, luckily. But like I think I bought that for like at the peak, like 18 ETH.
Well, that's not nearly
And
as
that's
bad
when
as,
ETH was at like a high too.
that's
so.
not nearly as bad as other people that bought.
Yeah,
I
honestly.
think the apes peaked at 150 ETH.
Yeah,
Insane.
I think I haven't sold it yet, so technically I haven't lost.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully it bounces back, but I don't think it.
I don't think it's ever coming
It's over,
back.
buddy. Yeah.
Don't say that.
Don't worry, I have worse crypto investments than that, quote unquote investments. Okay, what is something that your fans don't know about you?
I feel like some of them know I'm Nepalese, but I would say maybe that they don't know for a year of my life, my name was actually Xander. So
No
I was
way.
never even meant to be called Jarvis.
You're born Xander?
I was born as a Xander.
No way.
And it was too close to my brother Chandler. My mum got them mixed up, so she was like, "Scrap
No
that."
way. She changed it after
Changed
a year.
my name. I think it was after a year.
That's
so,
looking crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I could have been FaZe Xander or some
Xander
crazy-
to Jarvis.
Yeah.
I did not know
It's a
that.
good switch though.
That is a good. I like Jarvis. They're both nice. So besides Fortnite, what are your top 3 video games of all time?
Black Ops 2, 100%. Halo Wars, probably Halo 3. Nostalgic wise, those are
Halo Wars making its first appearance for sure. in
yeah,
this
really.
question.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure it's definitely not the biggest game. But if you know, you know.
Yeah. How big of a role did Kay play in your journey as a content creator?
I mean, I wouldn't be here without him. You know, he was the one that really pushed me to start streaming, start making videos by myself, kind of pushing me to, you know, new levels, and even just coming up with certain videos, you know. He's a big brain behind both of us. I definitely wouldn't be here without him.
Shout out to the big brother,
Yeah.
as Adapt would call him.
The big
Adapt
bro.
would call you the little brother.
Yeah, little bro.
How much do you think that the Save the Kids scandal affected your life?
Wow. I mean, I'd say for Frazier, it's still slightly affecting him. But for me personally, I would say, you know, it's always in the back of my mind. You know, it's always something that I'm going to regret and, you know, I feel a certain way about. I don't know if that will ever go away. Maybe in like years and years to come. But for sure, a year of my life was very bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, mentally, physically. It was terrible.
And we spoke about it obviously a little more in depth on the podcast. But what are you the most proud of from your career?
Of course, winning my first boxing match,
Okay.
knocking out my opponent too.
Yeah.
You know, in style. Winning
Yeah.
in style was sick. Winning Fortnite Friday, that video,
Okay.
me and Tilt went on a
Okay,
spree.
FaZe Tilt,
Didn't lose
yeah.
a game in that Fortnite Friday session. And then having all the FaZe guys react, like it's such an awesome video. I love watching it. Playing in a LAN tournament on Fortnite too for charity. It was a big LAN. Had loads of people come out too. Like it was in a big stadium. It was, you know, just a crazy experience. And had a really good game in that too, which was cool. I mean, I guess just seeing like the crowds of kids that would show up to these pop-ups and events and, you know, seeing them scream your name.
Yeah, yeah.
Just a surreal kind of experience.
Now boxing, you got people doing that all the time too.
Yeah,
Cool.
exactly.
Do you want to stay in the US or do you want to go back to the UK?
I want to definitely have a house here, somewhere in America. probably somewhere like Florida. But I think when I'm settling down, I'll move back to England, have a family there, which is crazy. I got a few years till I think about that.
24. You're getting close now.
Yeah.
Back to the UK. Get those good breakfasts, huh?
The good breakfast, yeah. Everyone eats on the food over there.
I was telling your brother.
I'm a bit biased, but
you like it?
love the food.
I was telling him I want to try the jacket potatoes.
Yeah, see a baked potato with some butter, cheese, and beans on it slaps.
See, beans. I was hoping you didn't say tuna.
The tuna is crazy.
Tuna is crazy.
I'm not a big tuna guy. Tico actually always goes in on me for tuna, but yeah.
Tuna, because it's a meme, right? Yeah. You guys really do say that chew, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Tuna.
But like, yeah,
I'm
a hardcore, British till I die. So
I would love to eat that. Definitely no tuna for me either, but
yeah,
I'll try it with the beans and the cheese.
Just be open-minded about it.
No, it looks good to me.
Yeah,
the tuna looks horrible.
The tuna is just, it looks.
If you put like chicken or beef too, I'm down. Just not tuna.
Yeah.
What do you miss most about the FaZe house or the FaZe like era?
Just chilling with all the boys, becoming great friends during that time, being able to make these really cool videos. Just living in those houses, it was such a surreal time. We had all these crazy parties. You're living in LA. It's just like a dream. I guess living rent free too was crazy. Yeah. I live I only started paying rent a few years ago when I moved to Vegas. And it's crazy the difference it is, especially in those houses. Like,
those houses,
rent's not cheap.
Those houses were not cheap at all.
Yeah, so shout out FaZe for that.
Yeah, hey, I'm glad you said that because a lot of people that's something that always got brought up. So many people have all these complaints, but they lived rent free for so long.
I mean, bro, yeah,
and they didn't even realize.
Exactly.
It's a big. Once you start paying rent and you start getting bills, you think about that stuff. Yeah.
Trust.
Who is your favorite roommate that you had in the FaZe house?
To chill with, not including Frazier.
Yeah, of course.
Probably Tico. Like, it would always be me, Frazier, and Tico. There would, of course, be Alex, Tensor, Blaziken. But it would always be us three just chilling, every night.
You're still living together.
Yeah, still living together.
Tico's.
You love Tico.
Tico and Rain are my favorites as well that I lived with. So, all right, last question: is Jarvis happy right now?
I'm in a great place. I think. I'm loving what I'm doing right now. Really passionate about boxing, and it's helped my mental health, my physical health, and my family's all good. My mum's healthy, my dad's good, everyone's healthy, and I still just get to do what I enjoy.
Yeah.
Even I've been doing this now for a long time, and to still just be able to do it is, it's very, very lucky. Fingers crossed, no crazy, no coin,
no more coins.
No band comes around.
No
the corner.
bands or coins. You're gonna get unbanned soon, hopefully. So
yeah, and the unband's coming, so that's gonna make things even better.
All right. Well, I'm glad to hear, Jarvis. All right, thanks for coming. Appreciate you sitting down.
Yeah, anytime.